How's it going, guys? Public Safety Network. I know it's been a while since I put out a video, and so I figured now would be the best time as any. Obviously, with everything going on in the world, I kind of took some time off to deal with stuff on the home front. So I hope everyone out there is doing well. I hope everyone's staying safe during this time. So I'm going to bring back one of the favorites, and that's going to be On the Job. Today we're going to be going over government and government contracting security. Now, obviously, the title is very self-explanatory. Um, you're either working directly for a government agency as an employee of said government agency, or you are a third-party company contracting with a government agency. And this happens at every level. It happens at local, county, state, and federal level. Generally, based on the level, it's generally the work may change a little bit along with the authority as well. So we're going to kind of go over different roles, different authority, jurisdiction, and some qualifications. Obviously, qualifications change very heavily on the agency and the level at which you're working. So, what type of jobs do government contractors and government security do? Well, it's a wide variety. Some of them are used strictly to protect buildings. In my state, we have the county, which has their own type of security unit, and one of their main jobs is to protect county buildings. The same way where we have court officers that protect both municipal, county, and state courthouses, that is their main job, is to protect the courthouse. When you get to other levels, like at the federal level, federal agencies like the U.S. Marshal Service or ICE, they may contract out to private companies to provide certain detention services, especially transport. We have a few companies in my area that do that as well, where they have contracts with both ICE and the U.S. Air Force to do prisoner transport, but they are still classified as security personnel. And so these are a few different jobs that you can do at a variety of levels. They're also DoD also has their own security teams for military bases, and these guys will generally. I have a few people that I know that are DoD security, and they say that while they do security work, they do get to do some type of law enforcement functions. Again, I'm not sure if that's everywhere. These are just things that I've been told. So if there's a DoD security guard that listens to the channel, go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, one of the most well-known um, government contracting gigs is working for the Federal Protective Services that protect the federal buildings across the country. I said there's a few. I know main companies like Paragon and Securitas, I believe, has a branch. What is SCIS that have a lot of the federal contracts to protect federal buildings. I hear it's a pretty good gig. I don't know anyone who generally works those types of jobs, but I'm assuming it's a pretty good job. Again, if there's any of the federal FPS security officers in the that listen to the channel, go ahead and comment below what your job is actually like. What I mentioned before is those are a variety of different duties. A lot of it is still security based, so a lot of it is protecting property, protecting employees, things of that nature. So even at the governmental level, a lot of the duties remain the same. However, sometimes authority does change when you get to that type of level. There's a lot of places where government contractors or government employees are classified as things like special police officers or limited authority peace officers or any number of things to give them a little more uh, tools in doing their job. A lot of times that does come with things like general arrest authority or firearms carrying authority, things like that. I know Washington D.C. is very big on the special police officer role. A majority of jobs I've seen for special police officer come from like the D.C. area. Um, so, like I said, a lot of times they may just be regular security personnel, or they may have some type of more governmental authority because they do work for a government agency. And the last thing we're kind of going to talk about, I'm going to kind of keep this short today to kind of ease back into everything, is qualifications. Now, I mean, there obviously are some local government type jobs where You may be able to get in being fairly newer to security, but from the most places I've seen that do this type of government contracting, they generally want you to have experience. They want you to have a few years under your belt before you think about applying for these jobs. It depends. There are some government security jobs that are armed. There are a lot that are armed. I know most of the uh, like the county security services or the state Supreme Court and like that, their security is armed. Obviously, if you're doing prisoner transport, you are definitely armed. So it's really going to depend. If it's an unarmed job you're applying for, then unarmed experience would probably suffice in when you apply. Obviously, if it's armed experience, especially at the government level, because they generally keep to the same standard. I know every government job, whether it's working at the county hospital, county security, state level security, it's generally all going to be to the same standard that police officers have to meet. And so making sure you have sufficient armed experience and firearms handling experience is going to make it a little bit easier, because I know qualifying at that level is requirement of your employment. So if you can't make it, then a lot of times you will be let go. So making sure you have sufficient experience. I always tell people, and this is kind of a little bit off topic, but I think it kind of will help. And anytime you're looking at a job posting, always look at what the preferred experience is versus the minimum. Yeah, you can get a job meeting the minimum requirements, but having the preferred requirements is going to put you much higher in the queue for the job. If they only have 20 spots and 19 of the people who applied have the preferred qualifications, well, those 19 people are probably going to get interviews, and there may be one person from that minimum requirements category that's going to get the interview. So when you're thinking about applying for these higher level security jobs, the pay, the benefits, all of that is going to be much better. So you're going to have a lot harder competition. And so making sure you're in that preferred category is generally going to uh, get you uh, a better shot at getting the job. So thanks for listening, guys. I'm going to keep this one kind of short because I'm trying to ease back into doing these videos. If there's anything that you guys want to see that I haven't done, I've kind of been hitting a little bit of the writer's block, and so I haven't really necessarily been knowing what to talk about. So if you have any ideas of things that you'd like to see, I do enjoy doing on the jobs. But if you guys have anything outside of that you'd like to see, go ahead and let me know. If you haven't already, go ahead and like the video. The more likes you get, the more the Facebook algorithm kind of puts it out there, so my videos get seen a little better. Go ahead and comment. Again, the Facebook algorithm loves the engagement, so if you guys comment below, I'm going to start going back and replying to comments. I know a lot of people have been commenting, and I haven't really been replying, so I'm going to go ahead and try and do that. And obviously, subscribe, guys. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Hit the icon bell so you guys know when I put out a new video, which, again, I'm going to try to do more consistently. But thanks for everyone who's been loyal to the channel. My subscriber count still has been going up even through my hiatus, so I want to thank everybody for that. Thanks for watching, and again, everyone, stay safe out there.